Oh, hello. Whoever you are. Can we get some people to come on to live? So I have 2 viewers right now. I'm about to do my homework, you guys. So I just posted a new vlog video to my channel called What's the Tea? Life updates and straightening my natural hair. So this morning I got up, hurried up, made my video, and gave my life updates, which I've been meaning to do for like a week now. I didn't mean to wait so many days. But anyways, I'm just going live now. Oh, the people went away. Well, anyways, I'm just going live now because I'm practicing. I'm getting ready to start daily vlogging here from today till the end of March. So if you haven't already watched the video, it's only about 10 minutes long, so you can feel free to go watch it quickly. But I just gave a quick life update, and yeah, each month this year I've given a theme of, you know, something that was kind of driving me to make my videos. Now it's March and the theme is life, you know, so I'm gonna let you guys into my life a little bit more. It's been kind of like etchy sketchy here and there, but hey Danny, yeah, March is all about life, so I'm going live and letting y'all see the real. This Sunday homework is due, so I've got my Grand Canyon University pulled up here and I'm about to start doing my homework for the day. I like to write my homework out so that I can like have that extra source of retaining what I'm trying to do. It helps me understand better. Even though everything's on the computer, so I really don't have to write, I still do. Would anybody like to help me with my homework? Thank you, Jill. I just realized the messages are like coming in and they disappear, so if I miss something, sorry. Thank you. So I'm about to do this discussion post here quickly, and the question is, well, it's a psychology class. I'm a psychology major, for those of you who did not know. So I'm taking personality psychology. For those of you who have been watching me for a while and pay extra close attention, yes, I've taken this class before, but I'm retaking it to get a better grade, bring that GPA up even more. So anyways, the question that I'm answering right now is, what jobs should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate? So that's the discussion question that I'm about to answer. Does anybody have any suggestions? I want to see how I can keep the messages. I don't know, maybe I just can't see the messages like how they used to just stay on the screen. It's either because I have my screen horizontal or it's because I'm not monetized. I don't know. But usually I can see the comments and they'll stay there. I don't know, maybe no one said anything. But if you're watching, I really do want an answer. I need to look up some stuff in my book here first. Because you know how, like, I mean, I could easily answer this question, but they always have the curriculum that originally came into the book, so you want to make sure you're giving the teacher the exact answer that they were looking for. Where is my book? I actually should have this book still in my... No, I don't. Maybe? No, I thought I still had it in my computer. Oh well, it's online. So right now I'm about to open up my textbook. Again, I am a psychology student at Grand Canyon University, taking personality psychology right now. I'm opening up my book so that I can find the definition to the question I'm getting ready to answer. And I got some ice cream here. Okay, where is my book is loading right now. So this is a Blue Bunny cookies and cream ice cream thing. It's kind of got like some Oreo brownie like cookie type cake on the bottom. I'm so fat. And then it's cookies and cream ice cream on the top. And then y'all know how like the drumsticks, the drumsticks are brown, not brown. The drumsticks are chocolate. The hard chocolate. This is hard white chocolate cookies and cream. I got it at the grocery store. Albertsons is one of the grocery stores here in Seattle. Oh God. That's the problem with going live. Hold on, y'all. I think I let my ice cream sit out too long, so it's like melting. So let me just eat in peace. And again, I'm going to ask you guys the question if you would like to help me with my homework. What job should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate? For example, when you sign up for a job and you do the application and they have you do like a survey of questions, and they'll ask you like agree, disagree, strongly disagree, so on and so forth. This is messy. That's a personality test or a form of a personality test, but there's plenty of others. My textbook is ready to read. Look, I got my charger over here too. This is a good spot. Can't win for losing. Oh my god. Technical difficulties. My school is online. So my textbook is online. And I have to use my other keyboard. I need a new computer. But yeah, the textbook is online and my password is wrong. So my book just opens up in PDF format. I'm gonna try and eat my melted ice cream. Come on, y'all. I got a sweet tooth right now. I guess I could just watch out while my computer is acting funny. I'm confused. Y'all, this is how the devil be trying to play every Sunday after I spend the week procrastinating. I can't get into my freaking homework. Let's see what happens. I may just have needed to switch my my browser. I was working out of Chrome, but my computer's just been really funny acting lately. It's raining here in Seattle. I have 2 people watching. Who are you and what do you do for a living? I need to know for my homework. I'm trying to answer the discussion post question. What traits are important for these jobs? So that's why I'm asking, what do you do for a living? I want to know what traits are important for your job. Give me some ideas while I wait for my computer to act right. This can't be life. Where's my book? I'm gonna get mad. There we go. Wait, no. Oh my god. My computer is not working. It's not that my computer's not working. I recently ran out of my, you know how like all of the PC computers come with that McAfee thing, the protection thing or whatever. So mine expired like a week or 2 ago, and I declined buying it. And now I can't open up my textbook because it requires a security thing on my computer. This is crazy, and I'm about to get mad. I keep typing on my laptop and it doesn't work. I may need to just open this up on my phone. Oh my god. This is why I don't vlog every day, because it's always something else. When it comes time to like doing the fun stuff, the vlogging and the going out, I can't, because the times I want to sit down and do my homework, it doesn't work out right. Then I gotta feel guilty because I gotta go and do some extra. How do I pull this up? Okay. We may be getting somewhere. I really want to buy one of those back things so that I can fix my posture when I'm sitting. This bra is also not a good idea. Seriously. Okay, my book is up. My book is up. So I want to show you guys. Oops, wrong button. This is my desk with my ice cream and whatnot, and I'm on my computer. This is my textbook, personality psychology, and I am on chapter, sorry y'all, I need to be reading chapters 7 and 8. I have my name in there? Oh my goodness, it did. Okay, so anyways, chapter 7 should be page 151. So here I'm gonna go to page 160. Now see how it's off? But that's because the beginning of the book has all of those Roman numerals or whatever. And I'm viewing my book in web view because I can't pull up anything PDF at this point. My computer is not having any PDF. So anyways, we're just looking for chapter 7. Y'all, let me find what I'm looking for real quick and quit playing around. But I am going to let y'all help me with my homework. I'll get you somewhere. Alright, chapter 7, the trait approach. Chapter 7 is all about theory, application, and assessment. So when you're studying personality psychology is obviously the study of personality. Personality when it comes to the patterns that people have. I'm losing people. Y'all think I'm dumb. No, but personality psychology is the study of people, personalities, and the patterns and how it affects their lives moving forward. So like we grow from birth or a fetus or whatever, and from then everything in life affects your personality, which affects your behaviors and everything, so on and so forth. And this chapter is talking about traits. So right now I just want to define trait so I know exactly what she wants. So the first thing that Alexis would do is scroll to the end of the chapter and find the summary with the definitions and vocabulary words. Those are characteristics. Not looking for those. My computer's just slow. That's all. Okay, so I need to go back to page 153. What page am I on? 83? Oh my god. All this doggone scrolling. 64, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I should be on page 150. And here we are. 153. There we go. So now, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm showing you how I do my homework. So now that I went to the summary to tell me the page that I could find the definition of a trait, I'm on page 153, and the definition of a trait is, I'm getting a head start because I write big and slow, is a trait is a dimension of personality that is used to categorize people according, I might as well just write this out, y'all. Hold on. Because I know y'all don't want to listen to me read word for word very slowly like I don't understand. Manifest. Oh, good. So now that I'm defining this, this can better elaborate on what I was just saying. By the way, hello, I'm Alexis. You guys are tuned in to my live. I'm Hello Alexis. I'm doing my psychology homework. I am a psychology major at Grand Canyon University, which is a online university, also a Christian-based school. I'm currently taking personality psychology. It's an online class. And I'm doing a discussion post. My question for today is, what jobs should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate, and what traits are important for these jobs? So first things first, we got to define what is a trait so you know exactly what we're looking for. A trait, according to my textbook, is a dimension of personality used to categorize people according to the degree to which they manifest a particular characteristic. So, what does that look like? Let me read for a second, you guys. Oh, I can read to you. Y'all know how, like, in class you never wanted to read out loud? You'd be like, oh my God, my heart would be beating when it was getting close to my turn. Now I love to read. And part of the reason why I love to read is because when I used to play The Sims and the little like scenarios would come up when your Sims go to work, I would read those out loud and practice, and that's how I would like practice my dialect and how I wanted to talk and all of the tone rainbow or whatever. But anyways, the trait approach to personality is built on two important assumptions. First, trait psychologists assume that personality characteristics are relatively stable over time. It would make little sense to describe someone as high in sociability if that person loved being around people one day but shied away from social settings the next. So I'm not high in sociability if I'm this way one day and then I'm that way the next day, like talking and then not talking. Of course, we all have times we prefer to be alone and other times we seek out friends. But if we were to examine a given individual's behavior over a long period of time, we should see a relatively stable level of sociability. Someone who tends to be highly sociable today will probably tend to be sociable next month, next year, and many years down the road. This is not to say that personality does not change. Researchers find that our personalities continue to develop as we move through adulthood and into old age. However, these changes are gradual and typically evolve over a period of many years. So, what we get from that is I could be sociable, and I have my days here and there where, you know, I'm like, I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm not messing with nobody, no new friends, whatever. But that's just every now and then. But for the most part, when you see Alexis, Alexis is ready to talk, be social, joke, kiki, haha, you know, whatever. But over time, you know, a particular person could notice that when I see them particularly, I'm not gonna be social. Now that's a gradual evolution because I might not be sociable with that person for a reason, and that's gonna change my trait. But that's personal, so I don't even know. I could be off. What do you think? Come on, y'all. Don't make me talk to myself. I mean, I could, though, because I'm doing my homework, so it doesn't matter. The second assumption underlying the trait approach is that personality characteristics are stable across situations. Aggressive people should exhibit higher than average amounts of aggression during family disagreements, as well as when playing football. Again, we act more aggressively in some situations than in others. So at least I can get from reading so far Some traits would be like sociability, aggressiveness, and I could see that. So now I can kind of think of just some words based off of sociability and aggressiveness that can be antonyms or synonyms of those words, and I can bounce off of those and make up more traits if I want to, or I can just keep reading. Again, we all act more aggressively in some situations than in others, but the trait approach assumes that over many different situations, a relatively stable average degree of aggressiveness can be determined. As discussed later, these assumptions of trait stability over time and across situations have not gone unchallenged. In contrast to many of the other perspectives covered in this book, trait researchers usually are not interested in predicting one's behavior in a given situation. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Instead, they want to predict how people who score within a certain segment of the trait continuum, meaning from here to here, where do you fall in between, typically behave. Thus, a trait researcher might compare people who score relatively high on a social anxiety scale with those who score relatively low, like the test that you take when you apply for a job. The investigators might find that on average, people in high social anxiety make less eye contact than those low on this trait. However, they probably would not attempt to predict any one person's behavior. Surely a few high anxiety people in the study would make a lot of eye contact, and a few low anxiety participants would make very little. Rather than singling out one individual, the researchers' goal would be to identify how the average person in either of these two groups acts. Okay, so I'm about to skim through this as as a psychology student in class would most likely do. We skim, we don't read the whole thing all the time. I just want them to give me a list of more traits so I can just answer the question, because I'm not trying to be doing this one discussion post all day. Another thing I can do, let's go take a look at some of the other discussion post answers. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's look around. Hey Jen. Oh yeah, if anybody else is saying anything to me, I see the messages and they disappear quickly, so I might miss it when I'm not looking. But yeah, I'm just doing my homework, reading out loud, hoping somebody's listening and will help me with my work. What week will we be on? So I'm doing my discussion post for my personality psychology class, and the question is, what jobs should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate? And what traits are most important for these jobs? So does anybody want to share? Feel free. What you do for a living, and or what traits are important for your job, or does your job even require a specific type of trait? I know some jobs really just don't care. They just want you to be there. Some jobs really need certain things. Leadership. Ooh, that's a good one. What traits do you portray while you're at work? I'm talking to you. So as I said before, y'all, I took this class before. I'm just taking it again to get my grade higher. I kind of fell off at the very end and didn't expect my grade to be what it was. I didn't fail it all the way. Where's my answer? Okay. So technically I could just copy and paste what I put last time I took the class, but I'm trying to like evolve what I said just so I can know that I'm going to get a better grade for sure. So last semester, my answer was there are many jobs that should and do require that candidates complete some type of personality test. Employers want to have the opportunity to increase the chances that the people that are being onboarded and trained are well worth the investment. I cannot begin to count the amount of personality tests that I have taken during the application process. Just to name a few, I have done personality tests for positions such as grocery store clerk, collections agent, customer service representative, hostess, server, and many more. Clearly, I've had a lot of jobs. One common factor in all positions that require a personality test is that the position in some fashion will be dealing with the public. Companies need to have outgoing, sociable, friendly, responsible, careful, steady, and professional employees to protect the representation of the entire company. The textbook discusses the Big Five, which is a continuum measurement of five different factors: neuroticism, extroversion, openness, agreeableness, and conscientiousness. It's spelled long, okay? Or maybe I spelled it wrong, I don't know. This is great. This is a great prototype that can give a great insight on how one might fit into a particular role. I think I'm just going to tweak what I said last time. Oh, I hope it doesn't disappear. Oh, I can see. I can see all the messages, y'all. Okay, let me read because I'm excited. Isn't there a big concern with type of personality test? Who is NPR that did a podcast? Who is that? Tell me more. Jobs dealing with children. Yes, definitely with children. You have to have your mind right. Adapt to changing environments for sure. I'm taking notes, girl. I'm so happy I was able to scroll up and see the messages. I thought I was talking to myself. Yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of that too lately. Like, we had a lot of changes recently at my job, and just me personally, like, I like change at work. It, makes things change, and it's not like you're always doing the same thing. But I had a few challenges, you know, in times sometimes where I'm adapting to new things, and I can recall days where I just feel like crying sometimes, like, I don't get this. But I do have good adaptability or whatever, because I only cry and whine for about 2 days, and then I start becoming the master, and everybody starts asking me questions at work. So definitely adaptability. Is that with an A or an I? Alright, y'all, I'm gonna stop because I don't need to be playing. And let's see. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take that and retweak what I said last time. You can say that again. That is so true. And it's really important. Like, oh my goodness. And this doesn't have to do with, like, my situation, at least wasn't an employer. But I went to Starbucks yesterday, right? And I was already on one. I was upset because I woke up with a headache. And, sometimes you just wake up ready to pop off on whoever wants it, So I stopped into Starbucks to get a quick oatmeal. Yep, EAP, that is, that's the biz. I do recommend that to any and everybody. When you feel like you need to talk about it from experience. But I went into Starbucks yesterday and I ordered an oatmeal. And so the girl that was checking me out, the cashier, she just like turned around and started making my stuff and didn't say anything. Hey Falana, I love Starbucks, but this experience is bad, so check this tea. So the girl just turns around and she's making my oatmeal, and then she told the other guy, the cashier, to ring me out. So he comes over and he's like ringing me up, but he's not saying anything. He doesn't greet me. And so he pulls my change out and he's like starts throwing it in my hand as if like you would think I was like homeless or just like the most dirty thing you ever saw. He just like threw it in my hand and stuff was falling all over everywhere. So I'm like, as my coins are dropping, my attitude is dropping too. So then they hand me, I order an oatmeal. So the oatmeal comes in like a, you know, like a little container. And then they hand me the utensils and all the extra little brown sugar and oatmeal ingredients in the bag that they put the pastries. So it's, you know, like a little bag. Not a bag that you could really carry like that. Because I was going somewhere. And so I'm like, can I have a bag? And then the guy, instead of saying, okay, you know, what kind of bag would you like? Or this is what we have, but it costs 6 cents. Because here in Seattle, they don't really use plastic bags. And I need to get back on topic, so I need to do my homework. But they don't use plastic bags, they use paper bags, and they cost everywhere you go. So if you go grocery shopping, you either need to bring your own bags or you're going to be paying 5 or 6 cents per grocery bag. Crazy, right? But that's how they do up here. So I'm like, can I have a bag? Because I need a bag to carry my oatmeal. I was going somewhere. And so he's like, oh, this is the bag that we use. What? You don't tell a customer this is what we use. You satisfy that customer's need, especially if you have it. So then he's like copping an attitude with me, and he basically like gives me the bag, doesn't open it to put my stuff in there, and tries to walk off. And I'm like, can I have my receipt? You know, he didn't offer or anything. I want my receipt because I want his name on that thing, because you know their name is usually for the cashier ID. But he comes back over and he like just like tears it off and hands it to me all quick and stuff. So I'm like, I lost it. I was like, God damn, where's your customer service? You are really tripping. So he starts arguing back with me. Hello, Abigail. He starts arguing back with me, and he's like, why are you doing all that? And so I'm like, well, why are you doing all that? Because I'm offended. I'm a customer. Like, my experience should not be to tell the people behind the counter how to handle the operation. Like, I'm not here to work. I'm here to be satisfied and greeted and be felt like, nobody knows your name. I'm tripping. It was just a full moon 2 days ago. But yeah, so he's like, so what do you want? And I'm like, give me something free. And so he's like, okay, well, what do you want? I said, give me a vanilla caramel latte. And then the other cashier girl is like, we're not doing that. That's check number 2. Because if he's trying to offer me something to make up for his terrible customer service, how dare you intercept after it was offered to me out loud for everyone to see and hear? She's like, we're not doing that. I looked at her, I said, yes you are, because he already offered it to me. Your customer service is absolutely terrible. I'm pissed off, and I want my drink. Grande, please. So the guy starts making it, and he's like making it all sloppy and asking me each ingredients. Do you want this many pumps? Do you want this? And I'm like, dude, make it how it's supposed to go. Like, really, what's the problem? So the original girl that was taking my order comes back around, and she's like, please, you know, let me take over. I'm like, I don't want that. You please make my drink over again. Make it how it's supposed to go. And that's how I got my free latte yesterday. But customer service is like, people really do need to take those exams, because it's important. I shouldn't have to deal with who you really are. You go to work to play a role. And if you have a good enough personality or a good enough trait within you that's beneficial to the experience, yeah, by all means, let it shine. But if not, unacceptable. Unacceptable. But now that I say that, I do think I have more than enough to write this one little discussion post. So I'm just going to start typing now. That was fun. Where's my work at? Let's see. So we've got some examples of different like situations. We've talked about, Jen mentioned the being a teacher, or mental health, substance abuse, changing environments. That's a situation. A solution is the EAP. Girl, I'm about to put all that in my discussion post. Oh, I was trying to write Starbucks, but I wrote Starbuckers. um, but there's two parts to the discussion post. Free out of my car. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they be tripping out here. But really anywhere people be tripping. But it's a different environment out here in Seattle. Um, people people are very serious out here, and the homeless people out here can be very assertive. I witnessed a couple of homeless people cussing out bus drivers, and the same stuff you see everywhere. That stuff is in Atlanta too. But I don't know. I don't know if it was because I'm black. I don't know if it's because I looked homeless even though I didn't. I'm always cute when I go out. Um, Maybe I had an attitude, but when I get customers that have an attitude, I try to make their day better. I don't get it to the point where I'm getting a report back to my manager. I usually don't get that. So I don't see why I have to feel that way either. It's not fair. But anyways, I'm about to answer this question here. The sun is probably about to go down in a little bit, even though it's been cloudy all day. Alright. Let's go ahead and type this thing up. But yeah, I couldn't believe Starbucks. I still been meaning to email them, because even though I got my free drink, I want a gift card. Because that free drink didn't get me no stars, and that's the real bet. I think I like the stars more than I like the actual drinks. Okay. I'm trying to put this where I can have a little bit better posture. My computer doesn't give me that much space, because I got this whole laptop that don't even, I can't use the keyboard. But yeah. What I really like about these online classes, like when I was in like a traditional college and I would go to class in person, it was very easy to sit in the back and not talk to anybody. And then even when I would sit in the first few rows, because they say like if you want to get a better grade in the class, you sit in the front row, first two rows, you ask questions, all that. But I get distracted easily. I was going in a class with my MacBook and my iPhone, and I was doing what I wanted to do all day. So I didn't have to pay attention if I didn't want to. But it's like with online classes, if you don't really show up 110%, you're not going to learn anything, because there's nobody there talking to you. There's nobody next to you that you can see their homework, or they can debrief you on what was, in the last 3 classes. You really got to be there. So in the discussion post, this class particularly, my answers have to be at least 100 words. And when I'm typing them out, it's so easy to relate anything that I'm talking about to my real life. So I can just quickly type something up, just like you do on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And you just think out, think through your fingers. So getting to my degree should be a breeze here shortly. I'll be graduating in 2019, towards the winter. But yeah, I'll be graduating here soon. I'm I'm gonna read it to y'all when I get done. You let me know what you think. Thank you. I am going to keep working hard. Because I ain't got no choice. Ain't nobody gonna graduate for me. So, if y'all missed it, I said it earlier, and it's on my recent video that I just posted today. I'm gonna be vlogging every day for the month of March, and it could be a live video, it could be a quick video, it could be a long video, it can be an adventure, it could just be a confessional of how I'm feeling for the moment. But I'm gonna be posting every day just to keep up with March's theme of life. You know, I want y'all to see my life and see how I'm doing here, because I'm doing good. I'm watching the window. I'll be taking so long to type out the smallest stuff. So I'm like thinking and typing and all of that. I do my homework best when the sun is out, and that's something that I've really been struggling with since I moved here to Seattle. Because about the time that I got here in October, we were going into dark season, so daylight savings time was over. It was getting dark here at like 3 and 4 o'clock most days, and so I'm getting off work, I'm like cold, tired, it's dark, I'm ready to get in the bed. So it's hard for me to like stay up and do my homework when I was uncomfortable. I wanted to just get comfortable, and I slept away my grades. But now the sun's out, I'm home on the weekend, I'm doing my work, baby. I'm not playing. Almost done, guys, with this question at least. Does anybody know how to in-text cite? What am I supposed to use? Just the year and the last name of of the um the book author. Let's see. That's this is Author's Burger, and when was this published? I need a year. Oh, 2015 and 2011, but I'm gonna put 2015 because that's the most recent. Am I right, you guys? Are y'all helping me? I plan to stay in Seattle for a minute. I like it here. I'm just getting settled. I have a really, really good job. So I just want to stay with my company for, you know, a long time from now. So I'm going to settle here in Seattle for quite a bit. But who knows? I may want to move because, I mean, I want to get somewhere where it's going to be sunny. So if I'm leaving Seattle, I'm either going to California, Arizona, or back to Georgia. But I don't know. I mean, I do have family in Georgia, so we could link up. I don't know. But I'm not ready for Georgia right now. I really like Seattle because it's quiet and calm and serious, and I need to be focused on my homework. So I'm going to graduate. So I know I won't be leaving here at least until the end of 2019. So that's almost 2 years. Then we've got 2020. Who knows? It depends on what happens, you know, with my career. It depends on what happens with YouTube. I've been watching Kyra and who is it? Kyra and Kaylin, the Edwards family. That's Kevin Edwards Jr., his little brother, and they were vlogging and just talking about like how they budget their money and all of that stuff. And I don't know, I'm kind of forgetting why I brought them up, but those are some mature kids. Oh yeah, but they were talking about how they quit college to do YouTube, and I'm not about to quit college because it's already online, so just fit it into my schedule. But what they said was that they had the opportunity to capitalize on a very great opportunity, and if YouTube allows me to do that here soon, you never know. So it just really depends. But right now, to answer your question, I am settled in Seattle because I really like it, and it's benefiting me so much more than Atlanta really was benefiting me and who I want to be here moving forward. Sorry for my long answer. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to put into my discussion. I need some traits that are universal to any occupation. So, healthcare, law, teaching, education, customer service, food industry, whatever you can think of. What are some traits that are universal to all occupations? Me too, girl. I'm trying to get to Arizona. Like, I was trying to go this month or next month, but since I got a lot of stuff to take care of, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Hey, Shug. Um, and then my mom is graduating in May, so I'm going to Missouri in May. But I want to take a trip to Arizona because that's where my school is, Grand Canyon University, and I want to go see the campus. Their their campus looks really nice when I see it like on Instagram and Facebook. So I would like to go and maybe see like one of their basketball games or something. And my advisor, she's really nice. When I talk to her, we talk for like way too long because we like talk about life. We rarely even talk about school because, you know, we're two real people. She knows when I'm being real and when I'm not, but she treats me like a real person, and that's what has kept me going. Like, I remember there were times before I got to Grand Canyon University where I find myself talking to a teacher or an advisor or somebody that I should be able to look up to. And when I start to make bad decisions, oh, I did have one person, her name was Jerry Peterson, um, at UMSL, who was always on my ass. I'm not playing. So I kind of dodged her sometimes. But some people will allow you to look them in their face and like allow you to be stupid. And I can't blame nobody for that because even I know. But I appreciate my advisors at Grand Canyon University because she's real with me, and it is what it is. She's not going to sit up and try to pressure me when she knows I'm not going to do something, but yep, especially if you work on the phones. People are always calling in because they want to be heard, because really it's 2018. You can do everything online. Punctuality, for sure. You gotta show up. I'm spelling that wrong. You gotta show up and be on time. Responsibility. Hello, always G. Thank you. I like my hair too. I was getting tired of my hair being, I couldn't put my hands through it. Communication, for sure. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. When you're making a list in a sentence, how many should I put? I like to put like 5. We said adaptability. I forgot we had some from earlier. And I want to put, you don't have to be a leader in each thing. So we've got empathy, punctuality, communication ability, adaptability. And I want one more. Yep, I just clipped my ends here like a few weeks ago. I needed to do that real bad. I'm trying to take care of my hair so I could be like natural 85, being a team player. Yep. But do you always have to be working in a team? It's not always a team. Say you're a lawyer. You might work for yourself, by yourself. Your client is your team maybe, but they don't work, so no, that's just your client. I want ones that are universal to all. But yeah, teamwork for sure. Actually, teamwork is really what got me into psychology. I used to be a CNA, you guys, and as a CNA, you kind of really you're low on the totem pole, but you find yourself in each section of an organization anyway. So like I learned about a lot of things, and I got to see a lot of things. And I remember one day I was taking some laundry from a patient's room to the laundry room, and I pull up. I mean, I didn't pull up, but like I creep up on the laundry room, and the folks was in there like arguing ability to receive and use criticism. Yes. Ooh, yes, that's a good one. I need a word to put that in though. We need a word to. I need. Is there? There has to be a word for that, right? Um, ability to receive and use criticism. Y'all let me know, is there a word for that? Because I just want to use one word. But yeah, so I came upon the laundry room, and they were arguing, and it was just like, why are these people in here arguing over, you know, how they're washing the clothes and how a patient needs something? At the end of the day, a patient needs something. Find a way. That's just something I'm very, very, very passionate about. And, you know, it's always a solution to something. Otherwise, nobody would be arguing because there's nothing that you can do. But at that moment, as a CNA, I had decided I was already tired of wiping butt, and that just was not for me. I left. I let go of my CNA certification because I didn't want to touch people anymore. But I still wanted to touch people's lives. So I applied for school, and I left, went back to school in St. Louis, and I began striving for my psychology degree. Shook, I'm doing my homework. I'm doing my psychology homework, and so I'm asking everybody for like traits that you use, in an occupation. And then the question was, what jobs should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate, and what traits are important for these jobs. So we're talking about the traits and the jobs, and at the same time I'm writing my discussion post. I hopped on here doing my homework. Did somebody come up with a word? Malleable. Let's see. I just want to Google it to be sure, but I know that sounds right. Able to be hammered or pressed permanently out of shape without breaking and cracking. I'm going to use that word because I know that's what, yeah. I wonder, can I say it like that? I like to use words and then Google it to make sure I'm using the right word or find a new way to use it. Flexible, yeah. Unless you the boss, then you ain't gotta flex for nobody. But yeah, malleability is the word I'm using. Okay. So this is what I have so far. I have had more jobs in my career lifetime than I can count. I believe that personality tests are vital to the success of an operation. It would be easiest to say that all jobs should require some form of a personality test. It also may be safe to say that all jobs do have some form of a personality exam during the onboarding process. Some occupations that should absolutely require focused personality assessments are those in the fields of teaching / education, mental health / healthcare, law, and even customer service. According to the textbook, a trait is defined as dimensions of personality that categorize and manifest one's characteristics. Some traits that are universal to any occupation would be empathy, punctuality, communication, adaptability, and malleability. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my example of the Starbucks story And I'm just gonna reflect on how the employee, his traits, whether they were long term or just that day, reflected on the customer, and how that is important to how the customer sees the company. Because like, I'm on YouTube running my mouth. I don't know who all, 10 of you who are watching me, but I might stop one of you from going to Starbucks tomorrow. I know not Jen, because Jen loves Starbucks. Or somebody that, you know, could be voting for Starbucks tomorrow for something might decide not to vote because I'm running off at the mouth as a customer who had an experience. As a company, you don't want that. So when you have an angry customer, when you have an angry customer, come correct, or don't come at all. Close up shop. Yeah, that's what I'm about to write all of that in my discussion post, and then I'm gonna post it and get my grade. Okay. So yeah, I now have 11 people watching me. Hello, my name is Alexis. My YouTube channel is Hello Alexis. Right now, I'm just doing my psychology homework, as you can hear. And we're talking about traits and different traits that should be within an occupation, and whether or not jobs should require personality assessments. But heck yeah, jobs should require personality assessments. Because I know there's been some times where I've been hired at jobs, like the time I got hired at TJ Maxx, I did not care. I was not asking people, do you want to sign up for your TJ Maxx card? Because I did not care. And I walked off the job like 2 weeks later. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I was bored. And I hate being bored at work. It drives me crazy. I'd rather be challenged and be ready to cry than be bored out of my mind. I wish it would like ding when you guys are talking so I know not to look. Suge, are you saying that you're willing to learn, or are you happy that I'm willing to learn and finally doing my homework? It's just psychology. And like, I don't take psychology to the head. I'm not one of those people that's like, ooh, I can read your mind. I'm not trying to read your mind. I really don't want to. But where I can see that there's a solution, I'm willing to apply it, for whoever needs it. And so that's how psychology really sparks my interest. So yeah, I'm mostly interested in like business, industrial and organizational psychology, but I'm also into developmental psychology, which makes me think, rather than being like, I originally thought I was gonna be like a business consultant, but then I actually took up my own counseling session and I was like, okay, I can do that too. So I would like to help people develop, and so what I like to think is that I'm mostly into developmental psychology, being I can help you develop in any situation, any type of organization, whether your organization is a relationship, a family, you against the world, developmental at work, occupational, corporate maybe, and so forth. I like to do all of that. I just want to get in everybody's business and tell them it'll be okay. Yeah. So anyways, I like when I actually have time to do my homework. If I would have waited until tonight to do this at the last minute, my work wouldn't be good because I'd be trying to hurry up. put 2 X's there. This. I'm glad I'm not really doing nothing, because shoot, I've been on this thing for over an hour. When I first got on, y'all, I was talking and like it would be like one person, two person, and then they drop off. I just knew I was talking to myself. And then I looked up and my party was jumping. I've been getting a lot of followers on Instagram too. Absolutely. Navy administration. That's awesome. What is that? What do you do? Tell me more. I've got a few friends that are in the Navy, like people that I grew up with, or like the Air Force, and they always seem, like they're happy, cool on, but I never really knew what they did. I love how I tell stories. I'm gonna read y'all this in a minute. Okay, HR. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I like that. And so I was thinking, like before I was thinking the business consultant thing, when I was the CNA, I was like, I need to go in and help out with the onboarding process, the orientation process, because people need to know, like in an organization, the CNAs need to know that they're coming on as really the leaders, not the donkey tail, And I wanted everybody to just be able to develop in their individual roles and know that they could go on and do anything that they wanted to do, but I wanted to make the understanding easier for somebody to be in their place and be effective. So I quit my job as a CNA and I let my CNA certification go in 2012, and I never looked back, honey, because I ain't wiping no more ass. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Thank you. I'd like to be an even greater leader one day when I finish this degree. So for now, I know my place too. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done typing up my little paragraph. Yeah, they sure don't. Because I thought I was balling when I first got my first CNA job. And I was making like 9 something an hour. But it was full time. So I was like, okay, I'm on. And I was on for the time being. But baby, I wish I would work for $9 now. But yeah, even like teachers, even though I know some teachers that make good money too, but like a lot of the jobs where you gotta go in and do something that a lot of people don't want to do, they still don't get paid a lot. And I don't understand that, because especially like right now, we're talking about, and I don't really know what I'm talking about, but we're talking about all these baby boomers or whatever you call them, where it's about to be like a whole bunch of old people. We need good care. I can't tell y'all how many nursing homes or rehab facilities that I left simply because I didn't like how the organization was allowing the patients to be treated. I can't tell y'all how bad it hurts me. I can't work in a place where they don't have real access to things like towels and wipes and, you know, briefs and stuff. Like, that's hygiene, that's health, and it's not being handled right. I've seen, you know, CNAs pinching people because they was mad because they didn't like their job. Like, people real deal do that stuff, and it's so sad. But, you know, it starts somewhere, and I think it should really, you know, start with leadership. Leadership should make people know where they are and know what they have access to, and know that it's okay. If you can't do something, you can go be something somewhere else. Yeah, no more wiping ass. Yeah, I made a lot of friends with the patients that I've had in my times where I was a CNA. I've had patients be like, look, I'm gonna give you my card, go get me, you know, some money out the bank, and you just get whatever you want. Of course I didn't, you know, do that, but hey Peyton. um yeah, I've had some really, really, really nice people that I've taken care of, and they always pull me aside and compliment me on my customer service, or me being gentle, or me just being a nice person. Like, they're not used to that. People really, really get mistreated. And so, yeah, I think it's really important to just go into places right, and for places to be set up to keep their employees right. I love a good company that works for, you know, their employees. I'm almost done with this. I keep getting off topic because I'm talking. Oh no. Don't go away. Okay, y'all, I'm about to read y'all what I got. Okay, all I need to do is get the citation for this. Once I get the citation, I'll go ahead and read it to y'all. I'm so lazy. I'm just trying to find the actual citation in the book so I don't have to go find my directions on how to cite. And I know it's not going to be in here. Oh, but I do know where it is. I didn't feel like pulling this out, but I'm gonna go on and do it. There she go, looking like my future baby mama. Don't y'all like that song by what's his name? Yeah, APA Format. I just always forget. I'm one of those learners where until I really go all the way in to learn something, I'm gonna always be like forgetful and double checking and stuff. So I'm lazy with my formatting. I just always go back and look at how to do it instead of finding a way to memorize it. I must be too old for that now. Okay, here we go. So I need the author and then the year, the title, location, and publisher. Hello, Pearl. Okay, I'm finna cite this right quick. My author is, I think his name is Jay Berger. Pretty sure. Take that off of there. Yeah, Jeremy M. Berger. And the year is 2015. And the name of the book is Personality, 9th edition. And what state was this published in? Stamford, Connecticut. And the publisher is Cengage Learning. I hope that's right, because that's what I'm about to put. And I'm done. Okay, y'all, so I'm about to read y'all what I put. I already read y'all the first part, but I'll just go ahead and read it again here quickly. So for my discussion post today, for those who have just tuned in, I'm a psychology student at Grand Canyon University, and in my personality psychology class, girl, I'm not on a MacBook, but yeah, I need to do that on Google. But I'm using this little PC, so I just did what I did real quick. But I'm doing my homework. Grand Canyon University student. Personality psychology is the class, and it was just a discussion post. The question is, what jobs should require personality tests prior to hiring a candidate, and what traits are important for these jobs? So my answer, with the help of my YouTube viewers, is I have had more jobs in my career lifetime that I can count. I believe that personality tests are vital to the success of an operation. It would be easiest to say that all jobs should require some form of a personality test. It also may be safe to say that all jobs do have some form of a personality exam during the onboarding process. Some occupations that should absolutely require focused personality assessments are those in the fields of teaching, education, mental health, healthcare, law, even customer service. According to the textbook, a trait is defined as dimensions of personality that categorize and manifest one's characteristics. Some traits that are universal to any occupation would be empathy, punctuality, communication, adaptability, and malleability. Recently, just yesterday, I visited a Starbucks location in Tacoma, Washington. I'm usually very sociable when I visit Starbucks because they have great customer service and snacks. However, on this particular day, I did not have a good Starbucks experience. I believe that the baristas that I experienced this day lacked professional charisma, charm, sociability, and leadership. If they had been high on the continuum of these traits, they would have seized the many opportunities to take control of the situation that occurred. Instead, I had a full argument with three baristas simultaneously and left a very unhappy customer, with a free latte, of course. One great thing that can be offered at jobs, even if a personality test cannot weed out all of the negative traits that find their way into an organization, would be the EAP. EAP stands EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program, where employees can privately call for resources and counseling when they are feeling some kind of way that may affect his or her ability to thrive the full potential as an employee. And that's over 100 words, as you'll see here. See, that thing is deep. So I'm going to go ahead and post this. Thank you guys so much for helping me with my homework. And okay, is Google Scholar the same thing as just Google? What's the difference? Okay, it's the same thing. So I'm done with that. I'm hella thirsty, all this talking. Let's go get me some water. What do I have to do next? So yeah. And another thing that I like about school is full published books, peer-reviewed articles. Well, that's good to know, because I'll be on the data, whatchamacallit, the database for the library in my school, and that thing is not easy to use. It's like very limited because they only have, you know, what they put in it. But I'm gonna start using that. Let's see. But yeah, like I was saying, another thing I like about school, which is why I don't mind being in school so long, I graduated high school in 2011, and it's 2018, and I'm still going for my bachelor's degree. I'm not ashamed. But one thing I can say I do like about school is the fact that when you do go to class or when you do your work, it's really like a mental workout, kind of like when you go running or when you do all 25 sit-ups that you wanted to do. That's all I could do. My brain feels worked out, and then I feel like I can do anything. And so that's why, I guess, why they say if you do your homework, you know, every day or on schedule, if you become disciplined to doing your work, it's easy and learning is fun. And I would agree. But after doing that homework, I need a break. So I'm just gonna chill for a second, probably get up here and get me something to drink, because I'm hella thirsty. And I gotta keep y'all in horizontal view or it's not gonna work. And I had some Kool-Aid here earlier, but I ran out. So yeah, you guys, I'm not gonna keep y'all here for too much longer, because this was fun, unexpected, unplanned, and as my Memphis friends would say, live as hell. Let me trip here. yeah, I turned that in. I posted it, and I cited it because they have this this like citing guide for my school. So I just followed that one and went ahead and cited it. And that's posted. It's done. One down. I got one more discussion post, and then I'm going to take a quiz. For this week's assignment, I'm just going to turn in the same assignment that I did last time I took this class. If you're just tuning in, I'm talking about a class that I've already taken it again to get a higher grade. I wish I had some more Kool-Aid because I'm really thirsty. But yeah, you guys, I'm just about done here with this live. I'm about to turn it off in a little bit. I just wanted to stop in and say hello because it's live. It's March. And I got other stuff to do here, so that's what I'm about to do. It was nice tuning in with you guys. Thank you so much for helping me with my homework. And y'all should do it more often. And I like you guys too. You guys are my best friends for real, because I don't really have friends that much in real life. I got friends, but I don't talk to anybody every day for real. Yeah, Pearl, I know. I do have friends. I just don't hang out with a lot of people is what I meant. So yeah, I was saying, like, YouTube is like my friend every day. I wake up with y'all every day. It's got comments coming and people watching my stuff. I've got my people that watch every single video. I'm surprised what's her name, T Cherie, well, that's how her name was spelled, but I think it's Sherry. She hasn't popped in. I've been watching her vlogs. If some of y'all see her posting comments on every one of my videos, I went over and watched her channel. I didn't even realize that she had a channel, right? I mean, that she was actually making videos. And so y'all see my hair starting to do that bump when you ask the beautician not to bump your ends. But I went to her channel and she be talking, and I was like, when I watched her videos, I was just like, oh my god, I am so thankful for my viewers, because I go and I look at some of you guys' profiles, or some of you guys follow me on like Snapchat. Peyton follows me on Snap. I was talking to her. Some of y'all follow me on Instagram, and I look to see what you guys' lives are like, and I'm just like, oh my god, these people are taking the time out of their normal, you know, real lives, and they're watching me and they like me. Oh my god, that is so cool. So yeah, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. I got stuff to do, and yeah, so I'm gonna catch y'all later. This live is over. Bye.